Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Joe and Cody. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? How
Hey,
are you?
for all our fans who were sitting on the edge of their seats for our podcast last week, I apologize. We did not get it out. But the good news is it's going to be here Friday. We'll post it Friday,
Absolutely.
where we talk about tips that we use, tips and tricks and apps and programs that we use to help our business and help streamline some of the things that we do in our lives for work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think some of it too is like all of it's super practical. Like
Yeah,
none of it
go
is
in your personal
groundbreaking or
life too.
anything.
Some of it, I think some of the things you could use goes into that. So if you don't already pay attention, you should pay attention to our podcast and subscribe to it.
Yes.
Cody and I need to monetize this and make some money.
Right.
I don't think we're anywhere close. I don't even think about that, to be honest, until I just
we've
said
got
it.
What, a couple million subscribers by now?
Yeah, I just give or take a couple million.
Yeah.
I've tried to subscribe multiple times from different accounts just to make myself look, make us look more popular. But
right.
I think we put out some good info. So if you are in the market, if you're interested in just a nerd like us and you like buying and selling or thinking about homes and stuff, we get a lot of good information. Or if you're a business owner or business or thinking about getting into business, I think we give some good advice, right?
I would agree.
And I will say mistakes and we talk about them and talk about how we screwed up and how they don't have to. So
right. And I do listen to a lot of mortgage and real estate podcasts, and
but
there are some. I know, right?
Like you're a mortgage nerd. I'm a real estate nerd. Like everyone else, like, why do you listen to that?
and there's some good information out there, but I will say a lot of them, they don't really share anything that's super applicable. And it's kind of more updates on stuff.
We try to keep it, keep it real and talk to people about like the mistakes. No one wants to talk about the mistakes they made, but you and I apparently are really okay with it. Maybe
it's just the reality of life.
I know. Speaking of reality of life, you look like the angle of your shelf. It looks like you're in one of those lean houses.
Yeah, I think I got
You don't have to fix it. It kind of looks cool. I didn't know if it was
kind of cool.
It was your new designs that you do.
Sit like this,
like to make your office look cool. So
I'll just tweak my body a little bit. No, it's because we had to kind of like restructure this office a little bit to where it wasn't just a media room. It actually needs to be functioning too. So I'm trying to kind of figure out like how to get all my stuff set up and still keep it feeling the same.
Yeah.
And right now I have my microphone just sitting on a box.
Oh.
So I think partly it's me trying to like straddle this box as well as sit it here. I have a big, like a boom stand, which I might use again, but the grip on it's not great. So like the microphone slowly tilts down and
no, it's so funny. It's like if someone was to zoom around this room, like you see the background is all like nice and perfect, but if you zoom around the room, it's just cords and camera holders and lights, and it just does not look as cool as it does here. So
it looks very different than what's seen on screen.
Yes, exactly. Well, I guess, what do you want to chat about? You want to chat about rates? Have they gone down at all?
They did. They came down for about close to 3 weeks. And then last week the jobs report came out and it was significantly better than what was anticipated. So that kind of pushed things going back up a little bit. And then we've got the, updates on tariff stuff coming out. So that always seems to kind of bump rates up because of the fear of inflation. So once there's a little bit more of a timeline and deadline for when those are going to be implemented, it seems to kind of bump the rates up. But we're still sitting. I mean, we're not too far off where we were a couple weeks ago. But it's still just that roller coaster of kind of looks promising, and then something comes out and it throws it off. But we're still better. I think we got down to like 6.74 was the national average a couple weeks ago, and now we're at 6.86. I think it is. So. Not a lot of a difference, but enough to feel like we had a few days of losses, and then today started out to be a good day. So kind of just play it day by day.
You need to have like a breaking news with that stuff.
I know,
because if you look back, it's like we talk about this every week, and then it's like this week it's like, oh, they went back up, but people maybe didn't think it was going to go down. Looking back, does that make any sense? Just I think you need to have breaking news.
Okay.
Like
All right.
Cody's breaking news.
I can.
Cody's rate updates, and you just
Yes.
like have the and then just like
Hey, that's
here's the rates for the day.
yeah. I like that. I'm going
I'll
to do
watch
that.
it. I'll watch
I'm
it.
gonna do a weekly rate update.
I like
Breaking
it.
news.
I like it. Breaking
I
news.
like.
It's like
Yes.
every 24-hour media thing always has breaking news, and it ends up
Oh
not being
yes.
that breaking. It's like,
It's
no,
no.
you've been talking about that for a while, and it's always
Yeah.
breaking. But you could do the same thing, but it would mean something. So
Well, thank you.
yeah,
I
well,
will
on the
do
real
that.
estate
I like
side,
it.
we had a lull like normal, lull on July 4th. That's just kind of
Uh huh.
people hunker down and go to their vacations and go on their
Yeah.
trailers and boats and do all their stuff to celebrate America.
That's right.
But now we're hoping to see what happens in the next few weeks with like are things going to pick back up as they normally do, or are they going to pick up
Yeah.
just slightly? So yeah, that's the interesting part of our world in the real estate realm. I don't think, we've talked about this forever, but rates are what they are. I think there's still people out there that, are still trying to day trade them. I think,
Yeah.
it really comes down to, can you afford it at this rate and can you not, and so
Yep.
we're seeing that. I think it's a healthier market overall. Personally, buyers are having more
Yeah.
to say. They're having the chance to breathe before they make an offer. And so it's hard to digest that, I think, when
Yeah.
you do a couple sales every 5-7 years. You don't really do it as a
Sure.
buyer seller, and that's normal. But as people in this industry, it's just, I don't think that's a bad thing that we're kind of seeing a slowdown in the sense
Yeah.
of, buyers having some time. Now it's just
Yeah.
kind of counseling people to be like, it's fine. We're gonna be good.
Yes.
You'll get your house sold. We'll get it. We'll get it sold.
Yeah.
So
Well,
there's a
and like
buyer for every
everything,
home, right?
there's a buyer for every home, and like everything, it takes time for the adjustment period to
Yeah,
happen. And I
for
know
sure.
you see it, obviously. I don't really see it because I don't talk to a lot of sellers, and
Yeah,
I'm obviously more on the buyer side of it, but I got to imagine that it's starting to ease into where sellers are accepting the fact, or at least acknowledging that they're not just selling within days. At least most of them. I'm sure there's a
for
handful
sure.
of them that still sell quickly, but that 30, 60 days is a little bit more of the norm, and not to
Hmm.
freak out on, my house didn't sell within a week. What do I do? What do we do? Panic mode.
Yeah,
But just like the rates going up and everything else, it's like you kind of just start to get used to it, and eventually it becomes the new norm. And then as soon as everybody gets used to it, it'll change, and
for sure.
it throws a curveball again. But
Yeah, yeah. That's all I got though, man. I don't have anything like crazy fun or new to report. Like, I don't know. Do we want to talk
I don't
about
either. I'm going golfing next week out at Pronghorn. I'm pretty excited about that.
bougie? Very bougie.
Yeah, very bougie,
You're
a
like an
little.
8 handicap.
No, I'm like a 10, 10 and a half, 11.
You're
So
good. You're good.
I'm not. I just can't seem to. When I play bad, my bad rounds don't seem to impact my handicap much.
Yeah, I think that if I was an 8 handicap, I would be leaning away from real estate and thinking I could be in the PGA Tour. Like, I know
Yeah,
that's not realistic, but if I was hitting an 8 over on a 72
yeah,
golf course, I would be like, I think I got this
dude.
a little bit more of the driving range. I think I could be the next
Yes.
Tiger Woods.
Every once in a while, you get one of those rounds in, and you're like,
Yeah,
I think I got it figured
I think
out.
I'm
Like
gonna
this
leave my
is
job. I think I'm gonna
yes.
leave my job. Like,
Right. And then you hear about the Corn Ferry Tour and how much goes into it, and the cost, and such little pay, and it's
for
that
sure.
grind. But
Like, okay, maybe
yeah,
not. Maybe not.
I've seen on some different golf pages, like on Instagram, they'll pose the question of like, if you you made enough money to pay all your bills, and you could just focus on golf for a full year, play as much as you
Yeah,
want, yada
yeah.
yada yada, do you think you would be good enough to actually be a professional? And it's interesting when you think about it, because I think everybody's reaction is probably like, yeah,
Yeah,
heck yeah, like I can spend all day every day focusing on golf and trying
yeah.
to be good at it. But it's like these pros, they've been doing it since they were kids, and they were better than I'll ever be
I
at
know.
age 13, 14. And
I know. It's
it's
crazy.
fun to think about. But
And it's the only, I think, sport, or one of the only sports that people do think they could do.
oh
Like,
yeah,
if someone was like, "Hey, if you do you think you could be in the NFL if you spent a year training for the NFL?" I'd be like,
right.
"No." Probably
Yeah.
not. Like, but
I'm
golf
not
is the one
6'4",
that people are like,
240.
yeah, I think I could pull that off.
Yes.
Like,
I think it's
it's
the
just
most relatable one
yes,
too,
yes, the
where
most relatable.
you can appreciate it. I think that's why golf for people that don't play golf, watching golf is not entertaining at
Yeah,
all. It's
yeah,
very
for sure.
boring. But when you do play it, or at least even have played it just
Yeah,
casually, I enjoy watching it because it is such a hard game to play, and the fact that they play it so well, I mean you're swinging really hard, hitting a little ball
yeah.
with,
You appreciate
I
it a
mean
lot
there's
more.
so many
Yeah.
variables.
Which is
It's
all weird.
tough.
Rory has talked to me about sports, and he's like, if you really sit down and think about sports, they're all kind of weird. He's like, we
Right?
pay NFL players multi-millions of dollars to throw a football in
Yeah.
pads to another dude who just
Right.
runs to another end of an end zone, and then some other dudes try to tackle him. Like,
Yes.
it's really awkward. If you really
It
get down to that deep, like, same with golf,
Uh-huh.
same with anything, you're like, you take a
Yeah.
stick and you're trying to hit a dumb little ball into a hole hundreds of
Right.
yards down the way. Like, it's
Yeah.
so funny to think about. But then you don't think
It
about it, and you're
is.
like, it's entertaining. So shut up, Rory.
It's
Uh,
yeah, right? It's entertaining and I'm going to watch it.
yeah, for sure. Speaking of entertaining, I want help from you and or people that I'm gonna get new golf clubs. Christina doesn't know this,
Oh,
but
okay.
she may if she pays attention, which she does not pay
Yeah.
attention to these live streams,
Breaking
so she'll
news.
never
There's a
know. Like,
Yeah.
but my brother has told me about Vice. I've always used Vice
Yeah.
golf balls,
Okay.
and he's like, they make clubs that are reasonably priced, and
Yeah.
I did YouTube reviews, and they actually no one really says anything negative about them.
Okay.
And so, because I thought, okay, Vice, everyone tries to get in that game, and it, really don't do well with that. But
Yeah.
I've liked Vice golf balls, and I'm kind of intrigued by Vice. So if you're
I
listening
like
to this,
it.
tell me what you think. If you think I should go with a more name brand, we could do that too. But I just need advice. I know you should get
Well,
fitted, and I know you should do it. But I got fitted for my last clubs 15 years ago, whatever it is.
mhm.
I feel like I'm not going to be good with whatever clubs I have. So do I
Yes.
spend $1,500 on Titleist just to
Right.
be a bad golfer, or do I
Just to have
spend
the name.
$700 on Vice to be a bad golfer? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't know if I'm there to be like, it's critical that I get fitted. I do think it helps,
Yeah.
but
I
I don't
think it
know.
helps. I think it helps just the little bit that I do know, just more or less on like what type of shaft you use
Yeah,
and the
for
lie
sure.
angle of the club.
But the club,
But the club,
company, like,
no.
I don't think that happened. The hard part about Vice is I don't think you can fit it anywhere. You'd have to take it. You'd have
Oh,
to
you'd
buy
have
them
to
and
take
then
it
get
in
them
and
fitted or whatever. But
yeah. Yeah.
um,
But I think you
wondering,
could also just adjust your swing too, like
I know.
to fit the
I know
step a
at
little
this
closer to
point,
the
there's not
ball,
like
swing a
something
little
that
harder.
I'm like, oh man, I can't. I got to keep this perfect swing. Like,
Yes.
the club has to adapt to me because I'm so good. It's like, no,
Right.
I'm fine. Like, I'm fine
Yeah.
adjusting to the club, and
Yes.
for the price, it seems good. But anyways, I'd love
Yeah.
advice. I'd love advice on that. What do
Yeah.
you
When
think
I
of
got
Vice?
I like Vice golf balls. I've never,
Yeah,
I don't know much about the clubs.
yeah,
I think it's kind of new that they started putting out
yeah.
clubs. I don't know much about them, but I don't know much about any of the other clubs
What
other
do you
than the
have?
ones that I have TaylorMade.
Okay.
I got them back in maybe 2019,
TaylorMade's like the
2020.
Nike of clubs, right? They're like
Yeah,
you just get them because TaylorMade
because
just is TaylorMade.
it's like
Like,
Titleist
even if
and
it's not comfortable, you're like, it's TaylorMade. It's just like Nike
yeah,
shoes. You're like, these aren't as comfortable as my ons, but
right.
I'm gonna wear them because they look cool.
I'll
Like,
have them. Sure.
it's
Yeah.
the same with TaylorMade's. Like,
Yes. I kind of wish that I would have gone because the place that I went to, it was just a TaylorMade fitting. So I didn't really get a chance to try
yeah,
other clubs.
okay,
Looking back, I wish I would have gone somewhere where
just
I
to
could have
see
tried different clubs just
for
to
sure.
kind of see. But I just went with those because they were what was available and I got a
Yeah,
deal on them. But I will say, I thought that it was going to change my game a lot. And I think I've probably talked about this before. It didn't right away. Like
yeah.
it took me
You
a
have to adjust
while
to it.
to kind
Yeah,
of figure it out. And I thought that it was going to be just a big
yeah.
game changer because
Immediate
the old ones I
response. Yeah,
had were like off-brand ones that I got from Goodwill
yeah,
20 years ago, and they worked just fine. But after a while, I do think it has helped. Either that
yeah. I think so.
or it's just my game has
I
slightly
think it does
improved
help.
since
Yeah,
then. But yeah,
I
it
had the
makes you
Jack
feel good.
Nicklaus Golden Bears. You remember
Oh,
those?
nice.
It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's awesome.
Those are
I don't know if you got
great.
them at Walmart or what. I don't know where I
Yeah.
got them, but the old golden bears. So cool.
Yes. That's so great.
Okay, well, everyone's already left listening to us. So,
Right. Yeah.
well, it was
Sorry,
good talking to
everyone.
you, man. Stay
Hey, you
tuned for our
too.
podcast on Friday, Venture with Joe and Cody. It's a great podcast to go up and subscribe to that. It's on our YouTube page as well.
Yes.
But other than that, till next week, man.
I like it.
Okay, we'll
Enjoy.
talk soon.